Here are your solutions to 4-6, the letter problems. Let's start with letter A. In letter A, we are told that Music Inc. charges a yearly subscription fee plus a monthly fee. So you should recognize that we're looking for a yearly subscription fee, and we are also looking for a monthly fee. So two different things. The total cost for different number of months, including the yearly fee, is shown in the graph. Find and interpret the rate of change and initial value. So these are the two things we need to look for, rate of change and initial value. One of them is going to be the subscription fee, and one of them is going to be the monthly fee. So we can look over here at the graph. We can quickly see that our Y values are increasing by 3 in each case. So we have a plus 3, and that would be in dollars. So we have an addition of $3 from 15 to 18, from 18 to 21, and then 24, 27, and then 30. So we're rising by $3 per unit that we move on the y-axis. So let's check on the x-axis. So let's check. So its change in y is $3. Let's check the x-axis. From this point to this point, we're moving from 1 to 2. You can see it right here, from 1 to 2. And each of those are the case. So we have a rate of change of $3 per 1 month. $3 per month. So that's the first thing we could put over here, is we have $3 per month, and that is our rate of change. So that would be our monthly fee, as we talked about it back here. Now we need to find that initial value. Well, the initial value is right here. It's the y, where the line crosses the y-axis. So the easy thing to do is to just read the graph, but we really can't be sure that that's 12 or 13 or 12.2 or whatever. We really can't say that for certain by just reading the graph, but if we follow our numbers, remember that we went from 30 down to 27, down to 24, down to 21. We keep dropping by 3 to 18 to 15. Clearly we would drop to 12 here. So we would have a value right here of $12, and that is our subscription fee. So we would say that our subscription fee is $12. That's the initial value. And that's the key thing, is that I want you to do these problems is focus on the last sentence where they ask you specifically what they want you to find. Do the math to find the initial value of 12. Do the math to find the rate of change of 3 over 1, our slope, our m equals, okay? And then use the first statement where they told you we were looking for yearly subscription fee and monthly fee, and now put these words in a sentence that uses that data in order to add value to what you're saying. So in other words, it's not just 3. We're not just going to say 3. We're going to say $3 per month. And we're not just going to say the initial value is 12. We're going to say the subscription fee, the upfront fee, is $12. Okay, let's take a look at letter B. A zoo charges a rental fee, so there's one thing we're going to be looking for, plus a $2 per hour fee for strollers. So in other words, I wish they had worded this a little bit differently. The way I would word it is this way. A zoo charges an upfront fee plus $2 for every hour that you use a stroller. It makes it a little bit clearer exactly what you're looking for. We're looking for this, and we're looking for this here. The total cost of 5 hours is $13. So if we're paying $2 per hour, that would be 2 times the hours. And if we're using it for 5 hours, we put 5 in here, that would be 2 times 5, and that would be a $10 charge. So obviously, if there's the $10 charge for this portion of it, then there must be an additional fee of $3. So we can recognize that our rental fee is $3. So we can quickly put that here. Our rental fee is $3. So in other words, let's say these strollers are up at a counter. You go up to the counter, you pay your $3 in order to get the stroller, and then when you return the stroller, they charge you the $2 per hour fee. So the other thing that we could put here, now remember that sometimes they're going to give you this information in an equation, sometimes they're going to give it to you in words. In this case, they gave you the rate of change right here in this statement here, $2 per per hour is our rate of change. That's our unit rate. That's how much we're going to pay. So here's your two answers. Upfront fee or initial fee is going to be $3, and your slope or your rate of change, we'll put that in here, rate of change is $2 per hour. Lastly, let's take a look at letter C. The table shows the monthly cost of sending text messages. Assume the relationship between the two quantities is linear. Find and interpret the rate of change and initial value. Well, rate of change should be quick and easy. We can quickly see that we are rising by 1 on our x value, and on our y value we are rising by 0.10, which, because this is dollars, means that's 10 cents. So we have the change in y. Change in y over change in x gives us our slope, which is our rate of change, which is the first question they ask. So we have rate of change is 0.10, but I'm going to turn it into just 10 cents, and it's over 1, so I don't have to put that, so it's 10 cents per message. So we'll write that over here. Our rate of change equals 10 cents per message. Now our initial value, or our y-intercept, is a little bit more work. We're going to have to move back up here until we get to, we don't just move up one cell, because this next cell would be 4, and the one after that would be 3, then 2, then 1, and then finally we're up here to 0. So a quick, easy way to do this is take a look at these cells here so you can see them. Okay, we would go back to here. We would subtract 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 cents. So if we subtract 50 cents from $10.50, we can see that our value, our initial value, would be $10. Now if we go back to our original statement, the table shows the monthly cost of sending text messages. So $10 is our upfront fee, or $10 per month. We pay $10 per month plus 10 cents per message. Please do guided practice.